All right, what's up, everyone? It's BallietBran again. This is a day full of lots of content and work for the viewers and things like this. But this video is to announce that tomorrow, which is Sunday, my normal weekly stream is going to be October 3rd. Normally, I stream at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time every single weekend, unless I mention otherwise. And that's the scenario I'm mentioning otherwise for tomorrow. So tomorrow there is the Seattle Hex meetup, the Hex workshop, right? It's something that A-Bit, right? Alan Bittner and Patrick Hex Lion, Crypto Sparbuch are hosting. It's here at the Marriott at the waterfront here in Seattle. It's at the Marriott Hotel, I'm guessing in like a conference room that they have. But anyways, I want to actually cover a little bit of the information. And I, didn't get to celebrate Alan's birthday yesterday. They were kind of busy just hanging out and laying low. But today at 3 o'clock and tomorrow at the same time, between 3 and 5, at the same place, the Marriott Hotel, will be a hangout and a meetup. Today is just going to be more of a hangout and, kind of getting some footage with the professional film crew that's around. And they do a wonderful job. And, what a cool opportunity to have a place so close to the girlfriend's location and not have to drive too far, right? It's, not too far of a walk there. So let's get into the content and the information. One person had initially told me and said, "Hey, Bran, did you hear that it's not on the 3rd anymore? It's on the 2nd. I said, "Oh my gosh, like what's going on?" So what is going on is initially I thought it was just a one-day event, right? I thought it was just a workshop on Sunday or on the 3rd. But it turns out that the day before, at least in this scenario, we're going to meet up at the same place. And what a cool opportunity, because for those people, Mrs. Conway and Patrick and Alan and their crew, what a cool opportunity for them to not just spend like one day in the city that they're traveling to next, but a couple days or a few days. Gives them an opportunity to take a breather, but also to enjoy the ambiance and the waterfront and the people, right? That's really what it's about. Is they wanted to travel America, they wanted to spread the word of Hex, and they wanted to meet the Hexicans in the States. So let's get into it, right? So I actually interviewed. I always thought Black Hexican was the husband, right? And turns out it's that's not true. That this is his wife. I don't know her name, but she was on their stream the other day for the first time, which is cool. Shout out to her. Looking forward to meeting her and I think her husband and everyone else today. But so anyways, Kevin was the one that has made the music. His wife, her, is the one that kind of handles more of the social media and the production from what I've heard, at least. All right. So yeah, you can check the Twitter URL right here. So his is Black Ink and hers is Black Hexican. Same thing. The KC is the Kevin Conway initial. And this is actually really cool too. I love the inspiration and the woke culture, right, in the Hexican community. We're not a bunch of people that haven't had much life experience. We've been around the block a handful of times, but this says, stop explaining yourself to people who've proven they lack the depth needed to actually understand you. And how important is that, right? Don't waste your time, pretty much. There's people that talk with you and conversate with you, and then there's people that talk at you, right? Where one person is having like a one-sided thing where one person's almost being like abused by like being talked at so much, and then the other person's just talking the whole time. As opposed to, like she mentions in that quote, hey, if you got someone that's on the same level as you and you know that you're, being listened to when you're, educating or conversing important information, then you're not wasting your time. Because how annoying is it? We've all been here where, hey, you're talking to someone, you're trying to get someone's attention, and you mention something of importance, and then they say, huh? So you know that clearly they weren't listening, and now you're wasting your time by repeating yourself. So anyways, that was a really random tangent, but we're going to scroll down here, and this is the actual information itself. So just a little preview. So this is the second, and the above one is the third. We'll actually start at the at this one here. I was going to do it the other way, but so she says, okay, so all right, Seattle Hexicans, our first event coming up on Saturday, October 2nd. We're having a casual Hexican hangout and shooting a music video featuring Black Crypto. Let's see. So that's her husband. Awesome. It's cool. I was able to stream with him, and yeah, I liked his music. I reached out to him, and actually it was his wife. But happy to meet him in person. That's going to be really cool. I know their daughter and their kids are Hexicans too. So how cool is it? Multiple generations of Hexicans. But anyway, so with cameo appearances from Abit, Hex, BallietBran, myself, Rainmaker. So this is Barry, I'm pretty sure his name is. Yeah, Barry. And, sometimes Twitter's weird where I swear I follow these people, but maybe it was just on the BallietBran account. So, and then Crypto Mini. Oh, okay. So that is their daughter. I'll follow her too. So anyways, it's going to be doing a music video. Honestly, I'm not too sure what to expect, nor do I kind of really mind, right? I'm going with the flow like I always do. And it's the people. It's just like with Richard, with the gentleman that he answered 30 minutes worth of questions. Most people would say like, man, why is he doing this and all these other things? And what it comes down to is, hey, Richard's doing that for the people, for the genuine connection. So same thing for myself. I'm looking forward to seeing Alan, Patrick, and everyone else, and be curious to see how the music video goes. Right, I've never done a music video before, but it's actually a little bit chilly out today. Not sure whether, I'm sure we're probably going to film outside. So I'll most likely be having my Pulse and Hex, hoodie that I had on in the last hour-long video. So let's get back to the details and get back on topic. This doesn't need to be a long ramble and rant. So she puts the information there as far as who's going to be there. Obviously, any Hexican or just person is willing to come as well. And let's scroll up. So Seattle Hexican hangout, Hex meetup, and shooting a music video. Great. So it's going to be today, October 2nd, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Obviously, that's a Pacific Standard Time. So let's see. That's about 3 hours and 30 minutes away from right now. It's about 3:28 right now. Or sorry, 11:28. Anyway, so about 3 hours and 30 minutes away. 2100 Alaskan Way, Seattle, Washington, 98121. It's the Marriott Waterfront Hotel. All right. And once again, this is all hosted by the sponsor, which is freedomtv.info. So shout out to Barry, shout out to Team Money, and all of the people that are putting that on. You can see this is, the daughter kind of being surprised by the mom that was on the stream for the first time. So that's his wife, Kevin's wife, that was on stream for the first time. So shout out to her, just like for myself with the music video and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't know what to expect, and it turns out being better than you thought it was going to be. So, props to her for kind of the bravery. It's not easy to, not only manage all of the events and coordinate and organize and help, but also to do what most people aren't comfortable with, which is be in front of the camera for a little bit. And she actually, in that stream that Crypto Sparbuch did maybe 2 days ago, she was in front of the camera for 15 minutes or something. So this is one of the cars. I guess RG3 said, I think on Discord Syndicate last night, I didn't watch all of it, but caught some of it. And they said that they're getting another car for this tour that they're going to wrap. No other details were mentioned to my knowledge on what kind of car, what kind of wrap it was going to be. But how freaking exciting is that? So this is the wife, and then her husband's the one that does the wraps. And then look at that. So that's the little Hex thing. That's the Audi R8. And they did a little audio test on the Cabana Crypto stream the other day on the F and Hangout of what the engine sounds like. So that sounds pretty good too. All right, we're going to end it right here, and then I'll get prepared for the event in about 3 hours, something like that. Let's cover the last little bit of information. So we have 2 events in Seattle, a hangout on Saturday, which I just covered, which is today, October 2nd, and then the workshop, right? The main event that, you're supposed to invite people to. If you're new, even if you've been in Hex for a while, ideally try and, try and fill those seats, right? They don't do this for one or two people to show up. Ideally, we maximize all of those seats that are there, and that the people that are there want to learn, they want to be educated, they want to be financially free as well. And maybe they just don't have all of the knowledge or the tools to do that currently. So that's going to be really good. I've got two people, that I should be bringing to that workshop tomorrow, and I'm confirming with them today that they'll be there tomorrow. So I'm really excited for that. It's once again a great opportunity, not only to meet some of the locals, right, the local Hexicans and things like that, but to also just network and communicate and share something in common aside from just Hex, but to do so in person. It's one thing like me to you right now, digital via camera to screen, and then it's another thing when it's person to person. And we see it with Richard, right? You sometimes notice things that you didn't notice before, like Huddle Dog is like 6'8" or something, So it's always different in person, and just a much more genuine, unique experience that you don't get on the streams and on the video. But so this is where it's going to be, is the Sunday, the main event. It's all at the same place, right? It's just at the Marriott down here at the water. You got the sound right there. You got the Marriott, and it's pretty much as close to the water as you can be without having a boat and a yacht and stuff like that. So that's going to be awesome. Thanks everyone for putting that on. And T Money, Abit, Kevin Conway's wife, I should really know her name by now, but all the people that are putting in the work. I mean, Hexicans are constantly giving back and providing value and trying to educate others, even the ones like myself or Motley or Tendies or, just so many people, Big K, Vince, all these people. So many Hexican OGs are retired. And, a lot of it's not just from Hex, right? Having other income streams and other, business ventures and opportunities, which is great, because the last thing you want to do is sell the world's most highest appreciating asset. But the point is now we're seeing this pre-viral narrative become a thing of the past, and we're seeing it become reality to, hey, we're not pre-viral anymore, we're viral, and we're right in that like halfway mark between the pre-viral and the virality. And we see people like Fred Durst, DJ Lethal. We see just so many big names. I mean, I was on a video with Brandon with Rags to Riches, and my part of the Zoom call didn't register for whatever reason on his screen and video call, but I got to do a video call 30 minutes worth with the Baltimore Ravens running back Justice Hill, Jay Hill. And that was really cool. Even though I'm not a huge fan of football or stuff like that, it's not kind of like something that I do. I know that it's a big opportunity, right? You've got celebrities in Hex, you've got professional players, actors, actresses, and now we've got a documentary. I mean, you see the sizzle reel that Kinetics, RG3, and Big K had put out. So shout out to them for doing that. Like, there's just so much going on behind the scenes that normally doesn't get talked about until, talked about to the public, at least until it's come to fruition or until it's complete. Similar to what Richard's done with Hex, that, hey, he didn't really talk much about it. He kind of gave some of the design ideas, but he released the product complete. And a lot of Hexicans do that, right? It's not just Rich, who knows if he is, but it's not Richard that's doing all these marketing events. It's not Richard that is sponsoring the Crypto Sparbuch and Mrs. Conway to travel the States. It's Hexicans that have had, significant gains. I mean, you see a 10,000x before staking, and you see the kind of wealth and the money, that's already been made. And so when you can realize a small amount of that and put it back into the system and let it grow 10 times. That's what hexagons are doing. And the last thing that I'll say, because it's already 16 minutes for just a little freaking introduction saying, meet me today or tomorrow if you want to come. But the last thing that I'll say is it really is outbound messaging. Richard was asked by Abit a couple of times that I remember, at least, maybe even several. But hey, what can hexagons do to, have the price of Hex go up and have the awareness and more adopters of Hex go up? And the thing that Richard mentioned was outbound messaging. What does that mean? That means, reaching out to people that aren't in your circle, that aren't in your, community. Direct message those Joe Rogans and those big people to have Richard on, a multi-billionaire, successful entrepreneur. He's been on Zuby and all these other different things. So the outbound messaging is what hexagons need to continue focusing on and are focusing on very well. I had one hexagon give me a gift. He said, hey, send me your address. I've got a little extra mic. I sent him some Hex. He sent me the mic. And, he threw in some stickers there too. He had made some stickers on one of the websites, PulseChain and Hex.com stickers. So, that's just another opportunity, once again, to get the product in front of the people, because it really does sell itself. If you have something that's an opportunity like this, it's like what Richard talks with people that, that believe in an afterlife and that are complacent with their current life, is that, hey, if you have the opportunity to, like with Hex, to give someone financial freedom or allow them to be financially free, right? Because they're making themselves free via staking and holding Hex. If you have that opportunity and you don't, then you're almost kind of, screwing that person over, similar to what the gatekeepers and the fake gurus, the furus, shout out to Wales, of Hex have done for so long. So if you have something that's working for you, why wouldn't you want? And if you actually have conviction and you believe it, it's not like an Amway thing or, MLM thing. No, this is a legitimate product that is a once in a lifetime opportunity, similar to Bitcoin in 2009. But guess what? It's the newer kid on the block. It's another decade later. And we've just got so much going in the world that people could actually benefit from this. It doesn't have to be that so many people suffer all this turmoil and financial stress and, calamity and chaos when they can educate themselves about the product that is here. It's not a dream anymore. It is a reality. Guess what? That once in a lifetime opportunity product is here. It'll protect you against bear markets, whether it's stocks, whether it's financial, like global crashes and in downturns. And it's going to be a black hole for financial capital and be the world's greatest appreciating asset and, the ultimate store of value. That's what it comes down to. Once again, the more that the price goes up, if you ever do realize interest, which, let's all be honest, everyone's going to at some point, know how to do your limit orders, do a limit order sell, go to matcha.xyz. You're not going to pay any fees if you do this correctly. You're not going to have any slippage because you're selling into someone's bid, right? You're selling into someone's buy order. And then guess what? You just be a little bit patient, let the order fill at the current market price. And then that way you've been a good participant in the system. Not only have you earned interest, not only has the price gone up so you can sell less to get the same amount, but now you know how the system works. And so you're helping grow the system by telling other people about it, and then also by doing things that are price positive for it. When you dump the price and market sell 10 million Hex or 5 million Hex or any amount of Hex, you're causing yourself more of a loss and less, profit and realization at the end of the day, because you're being impatient or you're ignorant to what's actually out there, aka limit orders. And Americans can use matcha.xyz. Don't use 1inch.io anymore because I guess they're cracking down on that as far as the states go. But anyways, that's all I have. I'll see everyone there today at 3 o'clock, 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then tomorrow, Sunday as well, for the main workshop.